What's up, YouTube? This your boy Jay, and I'm back, man. So, as y'all fall in, y'all hit that like button, y'all hit that subscribe button, y'all hit the notification bell. So when I come up, y'all gonna know, y'all can know, man. Y'all can. Tap in. But today, man, I was, I'm, uh, but scrolling through YouTube, and I was watching this video, and it was just about, people they when they what is about their life and their waking up these 9 to 5s. And me being a hustler out here, I done a lot of, waking up every morning. You know, I about a meal program. I'm gonna wake up and go, get some money. I'm gonna wake up and get ready and go on about business. But when you really try to you know, I tell people all the time, like, go to college, you know what I'm saying? After college, you know, even if you just go for a year at the level, have some fun in life because after that little limp, you out here, you grinding, and you still trying to get it. So you got these bills coming up, and you gonna have kids, and you trying to get married or whatever the situation is. But I started thinking about money. It started, came from my dad, introducing me to trade, to welding. You know what I'm saying? Make money. Then I started building life. Wanted to come home, have and build a life here. And, I started to wanting to understand money. I started to understand, like, if Imma live here, it's gonna be a certain way. It's gonna take a certain amount of money to live. It just that and, when it it's just gonna take a certain amount of money. So, what am I gonna do to be able to sustain my life in this, state? So, and I had a lot of trade, boom. I know I could get a job, uh, but I wanna live the life that I wanna, you know, I don't wanna go here to California to have to work and then come back home and spend all my money, then have to go back out of town and have to work there. Just rinse and repeat, right? So, um, I was like, I gotta find something here that's gonna pay me here. Overall, Imma be honest, like, when it's all said and done, like, I got a air condition. I tried pretty much every trade, paid for my go to school. I was able to graduate through, my mother was always I always people always told me save money, so I was like, "Okay, idea of saving money, doing it." And, so when I wanted to do something, I was always able to do it, and now I can do it. And, I was you just meet people and, you can go get work this job, they're gonna pay you this. You work this job, they're gonna pay you this much, but if you ever get out, you go do a job personally with somebody, then you like, they gonna pay me $1,000 for this, right? But if you go do this job for this person, I can get paid $1,000 for a couple of hours. And real goddamn, I'm like, if I do it one time, I can do it again. And if I could do it, if they give me, what about if I do a bigger job? But, um, when it all when it all boils down to it, we gotta tell people our thoughts. So I'm out here, people my vision, my dream, it's like people really just don't even want it. Like, you don't have to have my dream. What is your dream? And then what is your I'm listening to them and the idea of, like, that they wanna provide for themselves. You just really satisfied, like, man, you know what I'm saying? You really satisfied with just kinda where you at, and it's just really, like, to that point, like, man, people just really don't people are just haven't been exposed or don't understand because I'm watching the 9 to 5, I'm watching this little video, whatever. People telling their experience, most of them they in and just like any job, I understand what it take. We gotta wake up at 8:30. I'm going but I felt so passionate about it because I'm like, with my job, with my field, I'm doing this to get my license. Uh, I was first out in in doing air conditioning, because I went to school for it, just doing people's job, doing job for people. My teacher always told us to get licensed, never told us how to get licensed. So as a young man, I just always had that as my goal, get licensed. Like I knew the license was put you in another atmosphere, another tax bracket, you know what I'm saying? So just in the search, get money, trying to raise a family, be me, but still, what I mean, got to get to another goal. I didn't did water restorations, CDLs, welding, plumbing, air conditioning. I'm talking about electrical. And you could there I pick up different, you pick up different stuff on the way. And so what happened, I was in a relationship, yeah, let's say a relationship with a young lady. And I went to her house, fix her issue. We started talking, whatever, whatnot. And what it all boils down to it, when the relationship ended, she called the Secretary of State on me, and pretty much they came to me and told me, hey, if you want to operate in this state, in this country, this is how you do it. It had me kind of fucked up, right? Like really, because I was really making. I'm talking about, I had made $40,000 that month. That was the first month I had really popped off and made $40,000, and it had me real fucked up. And I'm like, okay, like I need to goddamn I need to do what they asked me to do or figure something else out. I need to do it quick. And what I ended up doing was I knew a guy. Like I said, I always did good with my money. I knew a guy, he had a business where he owned an apartment complex. They housed people. I got into business, did good with that business, right? But the thing about it was when I started understanding money, as far as like when I was um going on jobs, you're a contractor. People give you, you meet other contractors, or you're a sub. I'm a sub. I'm meeting real contractors, and they're giving me jobs or whatever, whatnot. And one guy, he went into a house with two houses, and he quoted them houses for 150,000. One of them for 70,000. The other one was for 80,000. And this was in one day. And this man had so much going on. He giving me jobs. He giving other people jobs. And I was just really thinking, like, most people think 100,000, 80,000, 70,000, $200,000 is good for a year. And this man just really went into these two properties. They had water damage, mold, and all this and other stuff, but he quoted those properties for, what I'm saying, what people were a lot wanting their salaries to be. And I was just to the point where, like, okay, I'm thinking $300,000. You know what I'm saying? Was like, you doing good, or really just like attainable, or you got to really, you know what I'm saying? You got to really know something. Of course he did know what he knew, but it was just like, I'm thinking, like, you mean to tell me I'm out here thinking that if I get to $300,000, I'm gonna be a man. I'm like the man to myself. I'm like, nah, I got to really rethink money. I got to really rethink this, because this is life I'm living. I want to live the best life. And money, that's one thing that I learned. Money is not for my happiness. Money is to get me the best in life. That's what I want. I'm out here working. I want the best shit. That's why if we out here, y'all want the best. However y'all want to live, I want the best. When I go on vacations, I want the one that the goddamn Vladimir Putin or motherfucking Trump or president, whoever, whatever country. I want to go to that exclusive, all inclusive. I want that. I don't want the regular one that y'all could just log online and go to. I want the one that they go to. I want the one to go to the, you know what I'm saying? I want the one that goddamn LeBron go to. I want to go to them spots. I don't want to go to this regular shit that I could just go talk to goddamn Keisha and my cousin Tim and shit about. Like, I don't want that. I want to go to the one that goddamn that Barack Obama. I want to go to the one that the goddamn president of damn North Korea, China and shit, the prime minister. I want to go to the one they go to. I want to go to. I want to see what them rooms look like. I want to feel what that. You know what I'm saying? That exclusive, all inclusive feel like. I want to know what that feels like. I want to know. You know what I'm saying? I want it because it's just places. And it's and I understand, like, man, I what about the one that even Diddy could get to or whoever, like, man, this shit is real in life, man. It don't have anybody's name on it, just like that motherfucker jail he in. It don't have anyone's name on it. You know, we can all have what we desire in life. It's just like, man, the mindset that it takes to really just go and just wake up. Like, it really had me really emotional this morning because I'm like, man, at the end of the video, the guy was like, his take was pretty much just like, man, listen, get on your shit, man. Make $30,000 a month and you're gonna be good. And the thing is, with me, I was so moved by it because I know that, you know, once I get you know, that point is just really obtainable, man. Especially if you do it the right way. If you just follow the rules and you just do it, man, let me tell you, this is really obtainable. Obtainable. Like, you know, people don't, and it's just like the other thing about it, this is not the sexy conversation. People just so satisfied, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's nothing wrong with, you know, you being satisfied and, hey, uh being a great profession. I think is, you know, let's go with nursing, you know, especially for women, or let's go men. It's even truck driving. If you making, say for instance, if you making $2,000 a week, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I mean, honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. You have a great life. Let's say you doing $10,000 a month. It's nothing wrong with that. That's great. But for me, honestly, I'm like, listen, yeah, I mean, if that's all you want, there's nothing wrong with that. But just keeping it real, man, because this is the thing. When I do my job, the thing about it is I'm privy to seeing invoices, and it's nothing wrong with seeing the invoices. This is just how much, you know, you're producing. This is how much profit is coming in, and I'm like, you know, people. I'm helping, you know, this company kill it. You know, you know, I'm not looking at it like, I'm looking at it as far as in a situation like, I can do this, man. I can do this. I can do this. And to me, I'm like, I don't really hear other people really understanding that they can do it. Like, or what are y'all doing? What do y'all have? What do y'all, let's, you know what I mean? Let's have these conversations. What are y'all involved in? You know, because with me, like, I just tell anybody, like, just being honest, if you really want to do it, all the trades out there, do air conditioning, do air conditioning, learn refrigeration, get into that, man. Really get into that trade because if you want to travel, if you don't mind traveling, do welding. You could even do truck driving. But I think a good one, even if you want to travel, you could go anywhere in the world with this air conditioning shit. You know, and the money that you can make, but get your license. You know, if you're gonna do it, get your license. And in order to get your license, the thing about it, you have to work for a company, pretty much, and the owner is licensed because they have to sign off and go through this process of, you know, you being passed down from a licensed person. This person is putting his license on the line saying that he taught you, or these people are doing that. However, and that's the process. But most people, man, like most right now, most people are asleep. Most people are, you know, y'all ain't gonna tap in and watch this video or whenever y'all tap in. But even before I made this video, like, man, I was already up, already thinking. You know, I'm up early, just thinking about what's next. What could be my next little ticket? What could be my next little money move? What could be my next little, you know what I'm saying, thing I could do? You know, this money is real obtainable, man. and it just uh, people got to be real goal driven, and people got to really know this life is really, you can live it, but people don't want to live it. People don't want to live it, and it's just the thing about it, and that's what I found myself in the world with. That's why, and I'm not willing to even settle to continue to settle for this bullshit that people are going out about as life. Like I really put my eye on the prize. That's why even with doing this YouTube, like, one thing I understand about life is your mind. You got to be able to put your mind in different places, because we can all sit and say we're tired. We can all sit and say we're um however you feel. But then if I just want to put a smile on somebody's face, if I just want to put a smile on my kids or a young lady's face, I know how to do that. I know how to, what I mean, dress up and act, whatever. So every day to go get this money to get to my goal, I'm gonna dress it up and act. I don't really care about going to work. I don't. But I care about living in a certain way. I care about having a certain lifestyle. I care about, when I get to this, when I get to, 40 years old, I should be at this point. Most people, we got to get real in life, man. And we got to get to it. We got to come on. Like this, everybody want to talk about everybody damn else, but when it's time to talk about yourself, nobody has nothing to say. But we want to be critical on every aspect of everything that somebody, what I mean, we could get on here and tell about our downfalls, but when it's like really like, man, listen, I know y'all tired of going to work. I know we tired of doing this and that, but you know what I'm saying? What's your outlook? What's your comfort level? Where you want to be? What is your goal of living? How much energy is you willing to put in this and that? Because I feel like everybody deserves the best, but the best is just willing. Everybody can't have it. Everybody can't. And you know, um, I feel like I was getting ready to say that, even coming on this YouTube, right, and being able to have an outlet for my mind is good. Because I don't really need to think about my career every second of the day. And if I don't have an outlet, if we don't have outlets, if we don't have places, somewhere we can go to vent. Most people like vacations. Most people, everybody do it different. But I understand that the thing is just really having an outlet for your mind, just really having an outlet so you can just take your mind off what's going on. That's why I love having my kids. That's why I like having a lady around. So I can take my mind off of anything that's going on with work. I want to know what you got going on. I want to be able to vent about, come on here and if y'all ever get the courage, come on and just hit that button, man, and come on up to the stage and just talk to me about, hey, what you've been dealing with, and let's see, can we figure it out? Because one thing I know, and I'm gonna say one thing I do know is it's money, man. It's money. I'm a product of my environment. So, everybody, that was my start. That's my start. But it's always your choice to wake up and go get it now. And it's like, hey, yeah, I got my kickoff, and I got my my start, and I learned, hey, but my start was at least 300,000, boom, right? And being honest, like, no, I'm not at $300,000 a year, because it take, what I mean, it take a, that economy to do whatever. But now, just looking like, from an owner, being a future owner, like that's it's gonna be, easily obtainable. And it's really I'm not even gonna say it's heartbreaking, but just understanding just the work that people that is required to put in, and I respect it. I really do. Because if it was that just that easy to get certain license, everybody would have them. And this conversation was even triggered off a little young lady. She went up online. She's a nurse, and she's violating HIPAA laws and just doing it so confidently and just just like unintelligent. Like, lady, somebody is, what I mean? You don't never people give out information. People gonna tell. People gonna like they feel sincere. They feel however they feel about it. So if you feel like you want to make a video, she feel like she wanted whatever. So, and it's just like, damn, she was really willing to lose her whole career, everything she had to study for, work for, her lifestyle, just to shoot a damn video. And I mean, I just don't understand. Like, even I can take my camera to work, but guess what? I don't need to do all that, man. If I'm gonna be a content creator, I'm gonna build it from this space. I feel like I can even rack more views up. You know what I mean? Because people gonna go online and tap the little keywords that I can put in about, air conditioning or plumbing or electrical. But I'm like, I need to take my mind off that. That's not my reason to come on YouTube. That's not the space that I'm trying to be in. I'm looking to be, you know, in a space where, I can really talk about, just the grind of real life, just real issues we go through and the real and another way to think about it, or how is people really thinking about it. Like, this is just how I think about it. Like, I feel like honestly I should make no minimum than shit. I'm like 50, $60,000 a month. Honestly. I mean profit, and it's really in the business that I'm in. Like, this is just, hey, while honestly, like, while I'm on my journey right now, while I'm on my journey, hey, just come on here just to have some entertainment, just come on here just to see what can we spark a conversation. Let's just see, can we, can we ignite something? Um, but it's just really like, man, you know, I just really want I just really want people to have the best in life, man. And I see, like, honestly too, that's what it give me apprehensions on doing certain things, as far as like really having, just really seeing these long-term relationships. Let's go there, because it's like I don't agree with. I need to give you spousal support, or I don't. You know what I'm saying? And I say, like, right now, like, I don't agree with it. But like, what if I get with Cardi B and then I divorce, or we get a divorce? But just keeping it real, like, man, I don't feel like she should have to pay me spousal support. Like, it come with the game. It is what it is. But it's just like, I mean, everybody, you get to play it how you want to play it. That's all I can say. You play it how you want to play it. But I and I'm gonna have to just play it how I want to play it, because like, once I get to a certain point, I I really want that bond. I really want, what I'm saying, I really want that, but think I'm willing to lose what I work for. I'm not willing to lose what I work for anymore. Like, I'm not, and I just got to be very careful and how to not lose that. How to not. I got to always be protecting of that, because you know this is what I'm working for. This shit is my baby. Like, I'm gonna treat my baby like y'all treat y'all baby, or women treat their babies. At all costs, that motherfucker is mine. I don't care. It's known. I'm in control of this. If anything, I'm gonna be in control of is that. So I'm right now in my journey. I'm do whatever it takes to learn as much as I can. Every day. Learn as much as I can about it, and I'm back talking about it almost in a way. I really do love what I do. And that's what even just made me so passionate, because it's like, people without the exposure to know different things. If you don't, have the knowledge, you've never had conversations with a fucking truck driver, just don't know. If you never had a fucking conversation with a welder, you might not even never even heard about welding. You might understand, you got an air conditioning, but like I tell most people, hey, your parents tell you don't touch that damn thermostat. You're not really, you're not really understanding electrical, or you're not really having conversations with people, that do these things, you know. So, or you might just, hey, you might go with the ladder and then feel like going to college and going in corporate America. But these people, they're telling about their experience. Everybody's experience is not the same. Even everybody's experience is not the same. So we got to understand though. I tell one thing I do know: find out whatever career whatever you like to do. Like, I don't mind working with my hands, and I really don't mind getting on here speaking and um just giving my take. But just find whatever you like to do, just do it. Just do it, because that's what's gonna call your name. But understand, if whatever you like to do can that pay. If it's not the one that you like, because I like to play football and I like to, all that. But I had to stop talking. I had to really hone into my life. This shit can really consume people's lives. With like, y'all got so much to say about goddamn Shedeur Sanders, and we got so much to say about everybody else. But when it comes to us, it's we have nothing to say. You got nothing to say, man. Like, let's talk about. We got to really get into real life. I can get on this internet, but the whole thing, I'm not really sitting right here trying to live all the way through this internet. I'm not. I got real feelings, real emotions, go through real scenarios and have a real life. So this is what's going on, man. And I want, for everybody to what I mean, just live out their truth and live out, what I mean, live out, hey, their life. What is it that you would desire? Because I done heard some people come on here and say these YouTube checks are pretty good. All right, cool. Let's try YouTube. You know what I'm saying? People say that, hey, different things, and I'm willing to try, you know, these little different careers and different paths, just as, hey, because my ultimate goal is, if honestly, if I can get to, I'm gonna say about, honestly, if I can get to a minimum $300,000 a month, then I feel real comfortable. 300,000, yeah, and it's gonna take some work. I got a good little start though, but it's gonna take some work. So my goal, I got to get up here, and if it's not doing physical work, it's gonna be mental work. And if it's not me, it's just finding somebody who can help me get there to that point. My goals are, that's just my minimum. That's just what I need, profit flowing in to live a life. you know and it's still not to that point, because I honestly, like, it's out here. I see, whatever career path that people are doing, they did it. So, and that might not be their main money maker. These ex athletes, they got to find different things to do. You know what I'm saying? When they realize, like, and that one thing I do realize, you out here spending money, we all living the same life. We all living the same life. These guys, they have okay, if you in the NFL, right? You making millions of dollars. You living within your means, or you living the same way that we're living. You Some kind of way that money is finding a way to escape you. Some kind of way. You realize how expensive shit is. You're not shopping at the same stores I'm shopping at. You shopping at the high end shit. You're not living in the same area code I'm living in. You're not driving the same shit. Your maintenance for your car is thousands of dollars. Mine's is hundreds. You know what I'm saying? Your income is millions. Your bills is hundreds of thousands. Mine's is goddamn, you know what I'm saying? 100,000. My bills are thousands. You know what I'm saying? So it at the end of the day, it's like, okay, you have a fucking big Cuban link. I have a small one. You know what I'm saying? It's just like we all spending our money, and I'm like, I understand, like, oh, we thinking that they're doing something. They just have a bigger house. They just live in a different area code. The goal is just to fucking have a goddamn house until you can build up to and get in that area code. But now once you get in the area code, you got to sustain the area code. And then I'm like, you don't, my goal is to don't go back. Don't backtrack. How not to backtrack. You know what I'm saying? How not to backtrack. I'm gonna take a pause 1 second, y'all. I'm gonna be right back, and I'm gonna jump right back in it. Wish I had some music I can play, but hold on. But the goal is to figure out how not to backtrack, how not to go back. You know, because when everything was taken away from me, I ain't gonna say it was taken away, but the realization was like I could get back out here and do what I got to do. But I just respected the game. I said, you know what, these people told me, hey, this was what it's gonna take to get where I need to get. Do it. Humble yourself. You know. And I knew that, okay, now I got to work a job. I was out here. I had to learn how to market and brand myself. I got books all galore. I started to, you know, learn and start to seek out the things that I didn't know. I needed to know what really was how to save money. And it was like, okay, you don't really save money, you invest money. Okay, let your money work. You can sit because you can sit and put your money in a shoebox. But my great granddad, when he died, right, he had money all over the place, but the money had been molded. You know what I mean? I'm not sure what they did with it, but the money was just molded and sitting right there and not doing anything. And it's just money. And there's nothing wrong with it, whatever. That's how you want to do it, whatever. But I'm like, okay, because that's what I was doing. I'm like, I want my money to grow. You know what I'm saying? And I I was starting to read books, Richest Man in Babylon, Green Power, um, Original Black Elites, and all type of different things, and started to understand that you got to make that money work and make his children work, make your savings work. When you make money off that, when that money make money, reinvest that money. When that money make money, reinvest that money. And it was just like get on that path of really doing that. And telling people like, hey, when you go to work, this is how to have something. But people, they decide to make their own decision on whatever they decide to do with with their money. And pretty much every time I'm the only one that stay consistent with it. I'm the only one who see it through that's real. And I really found my income. That's why my channel was like it say like the cryptocurrency, but I just haven't found my lane and what I want to give people about it yet. But really just finding, that money, how money can, you really invest your money, it's not a instantaneous thing, but man, let me tell you something. When your investment pays off, you'll really realize like, or it really just brung a light in my head or about money. It put me right back in that feeling like, okay, I'm back. I should be a whole lot farther than I could be a whole lot farther than I am now, but I'm glad I did take the setback when I did. Because when I do get to that point, I'm not going to let anything tear it down. I'm not going to let anything compromise, what I got going on or anyone. So Right now on my path. That's why it's like the people have opinions about whatever, but I just want to know, if okay, my relationship didn't work out, but me in my career path, you know, I'm pretty damn stellar. And I even look at this like relationships, you know, and because I'm very upfront with my employers, and I'm uh I'm not here to play this corporate game with y'all. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna respect your establishment now. I'm going to respect it, and I'm going to fall in line with, what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, but don't that line, don't cross it. Okay. Don't cross it, because once you cross it, don't even test it, because I'm gonna test it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and that's how you got it. I go about my business. Like, I'm not gonna sit in front for nobody. I'm not gonna sit and uh try to just sit right here and make it seem like it's something it's not. No, I'm not. This is the reality of it. You know what I'm saying? And this is how to play the game. And that's how I look at it. Just always play the game in life. Long as we can sit right here and play the game, and you could, but have a goal to, what I'm saying, the goal is to win. Don't just play it to stay in it. I'm not. You do whatever you want to do. I'm looking to win. And I look at it like, anybody know me? I look at it like, I could die any day. You never know what the fuck happens. So the goal is to win. And in order for me to win, I got to get to the top spot. I got to have my license. So, you know, I just wanted I just wanted to really reflect on that, man. Um, and get on here because, like, I'll be honest, like, I get real passionate about money, man. I always I always, you know, was just a magnet to money. And I understand that money going, and I heard a guy told me, because I get real kind of taken aback when people say, money, money not gonna bring you happiness. I'm like, that never really equated to me. I'm not trying to get money to be happy. I'm trying to get money, so money is purchase power. Money is gonna help change my experience. Um, Money is gonna help change my window. You know what I'm saying? Money is gonna help change the way I pull up. Money's gonna help change the way I smell. Money's gonna help, enhance these things. So money's gonna help change the quality of the life and the food that I eat. Money is gonna help, you know what I mean? Money help change my motivation. That's one thing too. The more money I make, the more money motivated I get. I'm more motivated. You know what I'm saying? Like, even in the mornings, I get up, do my little workout, and I go to work. Just be honest. I do my workout. Not every day I don't work out now, but I wake up early. I do my workout. Boom. I go to work. I do my job. You know what I'm saying? I get it there. I'm trying to get to this next level in life, man. Yeah, I know. It seem like y'all not, to me. It seem like y'all not. You know what I mean? I want to know y'all. I want to know y'all get on here and talk to me about that, man. Talk to me and be like, man, okay, we didn't exhausted a lot of these topics. Let's build a real circle about, man. Let's get to some money, man. That's how to get to some money. The mindset. What mindset should we have on getting to this money? How do I do it? How do whoever do it? How do you do it? And don't come on. Don't think you gonna lie to me, because I'm gonna be able to pull it out. And if you do shoot one over on me, you know what I'm saying? It's like, but it ain't necessary. It ain't. Cause you just, you know what I mean? You ain't finna waste my time. But the thing is, like, I even have other goals like this air conditioning, like even okay, my the dude who I was saying that had the housing. he showed me how to get in that game. I got in the game and it went the way it went. I'm saying it was successful, but I ended up getting out the game because a lot of things too. That's why I know that sometimes when people when they go into college and shit like this. That's why I tell people too. You really don't know what the fuck you want to do. You might go to college for that goal, or like the girl said, I'm looking at the fucking computer. I'm seeing these little fucking particles and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like people getting these careers and they charging people for this shit, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you might not even want to do it. Like even like okay, with the welding, my dad put me onto that. Guess what? When I did it, I it was cool. It was like a reality setting in. Am I willing to do this shit every day? Am I willing to be going in and to these different countries, going to not different countries, different states? You know what I'm saying? Working, it's cool. Traveling the world, traveling the United States is like, wow, you got a skill, making great money. Cool, that's real great. But am I willing to do that every day? And that's when I'm like, I'll start searching out different things to do. And until I found, something that I'm like, okay, who's the big man? Truck driving. These folks got these big, great companies, but it's the risk. People got to realize risk and reward too. What's the risk? What's the reward? And so I jumped up, you know what I'm saying, and found, you know what I mean, went to go do something else. What's the risk? What's the reward? Do I really want to do this? Can I really, you know what I'm saying, wake up and dress the way I want to dress, however, you know what I'm saying? Because I must still play the game. You know what I'm saying? I add a little twist to it, but the game is the game. You know what I'm saying? It's just like anything else, man. You get in there, change a little bit. You can get in there, be you to a certain extent, but the game is the game, all right? Respect the game. And so everybody just find what it's gonna take. And don't give up, man. Don't give up, man. Always be willing. Always put energy in. Always use your energy in the right places. Put your energy in the right places. They'll be willing to just get up like me. Just shoot a video. Whatever I'm talking about. Just this is what I'm thinking about. Whatever it is. You click on it, you click on it. You watch it, you watch it. But since I'm sitting here thinking, go on and shoot a fucking video. I'm sitting right here waiting on my phone to go off. Boom. I'm changing my clothes. I'm gonna go on out here in this world and go get it again today. I might be back this afternoon. But shoot a video, man. You know what I mean? Hey, just put my energy somewhere. Put it somewhere instead of, you know what I mean? I'm thinking to myself anyway, hell, go in and let y'all have it. So, and I just want to let y'all know, man, I'm still in this thing and I ain't gonna lie, I'm going real strong. You know what I'm saying? I'm going real strong. Because you got to take care of yourself too, man. Make sure you eat right. Make sure you drink plenty of water. I smoke. This is one thing that I've, you think what you want to think about it, and that's cool. But and I do socially drink, okay, but I should do better. But as far as like, I think my diet is pretty good. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna help you. That's gonna help you mentally. That's gonna help your energy. That's gonna help you. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna help you feel right. That's gonna help you be able to get up and get it. My body snap up before my alarm clocks. I'm like, I'm not even gonna force myself to stay to sleep. Get up. You know what I'm saying? Shoot a video. So, um, you know, if anybody could give me some advice on, hey, put some money over here, do this and do that, talk to me. Talk to me. Let me know what you want, man. Because sometimes, like, just really finding out. That's why I want to talk about I want to talk about real. You know what I'm saying? Let's get down to it. I don't really want to have to search and keep on digging into these people business. We could talk if we can sit right here and think this much about whoever or whatever sport or whatever topic. What about what we got going on? We too shy or we too, what is it? I feel like in my generation, we gonna let y'all have it, man. It ain't nothing really that too personal. It ain't nothing really. If you willing to sit right here and deep dive into what this damn NFL or NBA or got MLB or whoever, what about what you got going on? Let's talk about it. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? It ain't here to, you know what I'm saying, big up me or shame up. Like, I want to know how to get to $1 million a month. You know what I'm saying? Tell me. I'm very interested. I'm willing to let you know. One thing I do know about my business, it's enough of this shit for me to tell all y'all about it. You know what I'm saying? It's not for everybody though. And everything ain't for everybody. That's why it's like, shit, tell me about it. It might not. I got a partner who do tattoos. You know what I'm saying? Make great money. You know, got athletes in the family and all this other shit. But it's just like, you know, for everybody on their personal goal, the people who I can talk to, the people who I can reach, like, man, hey, you know what I'm saying? Tell me something. Let me know what you got going. You know what I mean? Put me on game. Let me put you on game. If you know what I mean, this is what I got going on. Hey, you know what I'm saying? You can look at it like this. You know, you can handle it like that. So you know, I'm always just looking for the next big thing because I'm not planning on. I'm always willing to. Hey, you can show me something that's for real, that's gonna make some real money. I'm always willing to switch it up now. I'm always willing to. Hey, sometimes what I do know, you got to abandon ship. If you're gonna get that real money, if you're gonna get to that next point, you got to abandon ship, man. You got to leave all that shit alone. You know what I mean? And then go over here and move in this way. So, you know, but you got to believe that in yourself. And sometimes it's very, you know what I mean, depressing or however we want to say it, you know, when we go through these little emotions, when we go through these feelings, when we're going through these times and these moments in life, because that's mainly partially what it's about in the moment. When we're going through these little moments, you know, are we willing to make that sacrifice? Are we willing to do what it takes? You know, are we willing to, you know, go ahead and abandon that ship? Are we willing to leave everything that we know alone to get over here? You know, and that's that to me, you know what I'm saying, the correlation between that and everything, you know, I done read a couple of books and about on different subjects, but you know, I feel as if like what the like different correlations, you know, especially for humans at work, like I feel like as if if I'm gonna really find that love that I really desire, that I'm really looking for, like I feel as if I have to abandon ship. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like be like Travis Hunter. You know what I'm saying? In such a way, like you just got to be. That's real love, man. That's real love, and it's however it turns out. It turns out, but it's like, am I willing to do that? And I don't think I am. You know what I'm saying? Not to, because you know what I'm working for. It's something special because I can take it in so many different ways. You know, so um, I'm not willing to. I'm risk that because I got a glimpse of how it went sour. You know, it went sour from somebody who I'm thinking that, you know, that we're here to only help each other out, at least. That's one thing that I'm here for. If I can't help you, if you can't use me, and if I can't use you, then we're useless to one another. You know what I'm saying? We're pointless. It's just useless. Like, I'm not here to just sit right here and have a fucking conversation with a person every single day for years, and you know, and you're not getting nothing out of me. If you're not getting any substance out of me, then it's cool. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to talk. I could come over here and fucking talk to my fucking self. You know what I'm saying? Um, so I want to if I'm not getting anything out of you, what's the point of me fucking sitting right here wasting my time every day doing that? I'm just not. I need to fucking I need something. So I need you to get something. I hate for like okay, like if I have most of my goals are like for money. So I'm gonna work towards this shit. I hate when people come in and have goals or have expectations in life and don't want to work for it. It's like if you got this weight loss, you know what it takes to do this. You know what it takes to you know what I'm saying? Is the history the foundation has already been set. People telling you the challenge. This is what you do, but you don't want to do anything. But you want to talk about it. So it's like, don't I'm not that person to talk because I'm trying to be understanding. And one thing I'm gonna come to the conclusion real quick that okay, yo, I think it's something mentally going on with you where you're you're not gonna allow your mind is not allowing you to make that necessary or take the necessary steps to get to your a destination. Um so I'm not even going. I'm not willing to just keep sitting right here having conversations with people like that. Like even if you, hey, if you say, hey, I got to go to do this, and it's like, okay, what's the starting point? Okay? Let's talk about it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? How you gonna move? How you gonna? What's the process of how to think? If you want how it's gonna work out. What I want to get a. I even get into the restaurant business. I had plenty of offers. People saying, their experience and their knowledge on it, and I'm like, okay, let's because I'm looking to get in and learn the business, but I'm not looking to go in there and run the business. I'm gonna need a manager, I'm gonna need a business partner. But people just willing to talk about things, and it's like there it is no follow-up. It's nothing. So I have become very impatient with those type of conversations. I'm like, let's kind of progress a little bit. I'm kind of testing knowledge on it and kind of see where you at. And if it's not going anywhere kind of fast, then I'm not too eager to even sit right here and pity pat and have conversations because real life, man. It is the time is ticking. I'm on the clock now, so it's like let's get on. I want to get on here and really let's really break down something real, man. Let's really break down real life. Let's really get on here and talk about how we can lean on one another, but or here, let me give you some advice. Let me help you out on this and that, on whatever topic. But just to sit right here and kind of go through everybody else every day and talk about something else that somebody else created every day. It's just like it's not 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 kind of moving for me. I'm like, shit, situation is let life is gonna play out anyway. But let's talk about what I can control. Let's talk about what I got going on. Let's talk about, how I can elevate, how you or how you can elevate me. Let's stop. I'm not trying to sit right here and just be so judgmental on, hey, this is what I got going. This is the situation, and somebody just want to sit right here and just be so judgmental on, like, okay, look, the history's been written. Okay, we can control the future. Let's bounce and let's do that. You know what I'm saying? Either we can, what I mean, prove to one another we can do something, or is a certain way or not, and let's move from there, man. So, um, I think I'm probably almost about done going on my little rant or whatever conversation, but it was pretty. The message is pretty much set, man. Let's get on here. Let's talk about what we got really going on. Let's bounce off that, man. Let's because everybody else's situation is theirs. What about what we gonna do? Let me lean off you. Lean on me. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get to that next level. I'm trying to get to the next phase, man. You know, everybody's swear they bossed up and they doing it. Well, come on, let's talk about it. I got a lot of information. I got a lot of shit that we can, we could chop it up about. That's the only reason why I'm up early this morning. I'm ready to go get it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? If you got some, because like I said, I'm trying to get to that million a month. So if you can help me make an extra 2, 3, 10,000, shit, and I can look, this is what I know. I got a lot of ways, got a lot of shit that you'll be very surprised. And I ain't even sitting right here trying to charge a nigga for it, man. Well, let's just sit on here. We on here anyway. Let's sit on here. Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Let's just, if y'all for real, I'm trying to live a good life. I'm trying to live the best of the life. Okay, you know what I'm saying? But with that, I'm gonna go ahead and you know what I'm saying. Get on this grind, man. Sun finna come up. They're gonna need some refrigeration. They're gonna need some air conditioning. That's the goddamn. That's the text right there. So the countdown is on, and man, I'll probably be back tonight. I don't know, cause that's another thing too. See, when I get off work, I gotta have the energy to do this shit, and that's why I was looking at like, damn, these little people who coming on. The videos I was watching, they was you know what I mean? It's just real. You know, you go to work and it take time to get there. The lunch break is not paid for. They take time to get home, and it's like the sun is not up, and the sun not gonna be up when I get home. Okay, so it's just very real. And life is how long? What's the end goal to this? You just make it. Is you just making somebody else rich? Is you gonna be able to make yourself rich? And what is it? How'd you really thinking about it? What? How long was you willing to do this shit? You know what I'm saying? Then the history is written like after retirement, most motherfuckers, no, it's not gonna live that long. Most people ain't even living that long anyway. So it's like, you know what I mean? I needed to come, man, and I need it now. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting in a lot of work, and I need this shit, man. I need it. I need it. It's just like anything in life, man. I need it. If I don't get it, like I leave it alone. If it ain't working, I leave it alone, man. So I'm gonna do my little workout, man, and I'm gonna get me something to eat, back focus, and I'm gonna go and get it today, man. I want y'all go get it, and if I come back, y'all holler at me, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what we got going on, and I want to talk about some real shit, man, like that. So y'all be good, man. And once again, y'all hit that like button. Y'all hit the subscribe button. Don't be shy. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna cost you nothing. Y'all hit that notification bell so y'all can get the ding. You know what I mean? Just like that. And I'm out.